hearing some new information on the release date for the movie. Awesome. There is no release date. We don't have a release date yet.
We don't know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, someone here might. We honestly don't know. But that was it. Thank you. Good night. No, most likely this is just going to be some kind of free-form conversation about working on the thing, and then we'll open it up to questions, but not too many because I've never heard any good questions. Have you ever heard anyone ask an interesting question about the movie? It's always the same questions. Will Zim dance?
What pen did you use?
What pen did I use to animate his legs?
Just the legs.
I don't animate.
No.
Yeah. I'm not actually one of the animators. Everyone thinks I'm sitting hunched over a table making a cartoon, and I just yell at the people who make cartoons. So I'm not actually doing any of the...
Yeah, I would know.
Because Jenny was the art director. Did you already say that?
Yes.
Okay. So Jenny was the art director. You'll be asking her all the information about the actual production side of things. And me, I just, like I said, I just yell and would look at stuff. And it was either cool or not cool. There's a lot of cool shit in the movie. I'm very unhappy that the movie's not out.
Yeah.
Because we're here to talk about a thing that none of you have seen.
It's pretty cool.
Wait. Has anyone seen it? No? Can anyone guess what it's about? I would love to, because there's so much time has passed since the announcement of the movie to now. I'd be curious to know what people thought the movie was gonna be, because it might be better than what we made.
Yeah, absolutely.
On Twitter, I asked people for questions, so you guys don't even have to get up and ask stuff. You just sit here and relax, or leave at any time. So I think we're going to just go through a list of stuff, unless you want to talk about working on the thing ahead of time.
I mean, that's broad. It's a broad topic.
I think we got a pretty good bunch of questions
Oh, I'll just jump in.
that covers some of the stuff that we were talking about on our own. Many of you guys have questions, just so I can kind of figure out how to sort of like intersperse that. I think we'll do that a little bit later. Is it a good question?
Yeah.
How can you tell if it's a good question ahead of time?
Because I want to know the answer to it.
I guess, but I don't buy that there's no dumb questions thing. So like,
So who approached who?
if we're gonna be doing questions, we'll leave. Let's hold off. Let's hold off a little bit. But I think I know what you're gonna ask. Who approached who to do the movie? I didn't approach them. They were Nickelodeon for a couple of years have been. Can you guys hear me? I feel like I'm kind of it's like wiggling around. Maybe if
You just stop dancing.
Alright, that's a little better, right?
Yeah.
Because it's staying put.
Gently cradle the fence.
Is that bothering somebody?
Probably just me.
Does it really bother you?
No,
I said butter.
that's all.
Is it too loud now?
It's fine.
Thank you. Nickelodeon had been sort of
Courting.
poking at me for a few years before this. Quite a few years.
Oh yeah.
It was.
Like even when we were pitching our own project around,
We'd
go in.
That was like 2013.
yeah, we'd go in and we're like, we have this new thing. And they're like, yeah, that's great. Let's talk about Zim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, we would go in and talk about trying to get other stuff up and running, and we're like, that sounds really interesting. How do you feel about doing more Zim? which was, you know, nice and weird, because considering how it went back in the day, we got canceled like 2002. Not long after that, they were going in like perpetual reruns on Nickelodeon and then on Nicktoons, which was just like their straight animation channel. And I would say around 2008, they approached me again about doing more Zim. And it was interesting, you know, we talked back and forth, but we sort of decided that for the budget that they were offering, we weren't going to be able to make this series again. Not make the show that people recognize. It would end up having to be really limited, you know, sort of Adult Swim looking, just really rigid, and which is fine. I like plenty of rigid adult animation, but I don't like it as animation. I like it as like storytelling and character stuff, but adult animation never gets the budgets that kids animation does. I don't really know the thinking there. Toys and stuff, I guess. Merchandising.
Well, I mean, you're talking about adult animation versus kids animation?
Why adult animation gets the smaller budgets?
I mean, it's because adult animation relies more on the storytelling and good character stuff versus...
That's how it's sort of developed, but I don't think there's no hard rule that you can't put that kind of money into it. I don't think it's just sort of worked out that way. Most of your adult animation is very limited animation, sitcom format sort of stuff. Like I said, there's plenty of shows that I love, but I can't imagine how much cooler they'd be if they had the budgets of like a SpongeBob versus a Rick and Morty. If you see any adult animation stuff that is impressive, those animators are usually killing themselves for no money.
Yeah, that's true. Although I feel like we detoured on topic.
Oh yeah, you asked me who approached too. They did. Yeah, they did for a long time, and then it was only after Jenny and I did a pilot over at Disney, and that ran from 2012, 2013 up to 2000.
To now. No.
Okay, up to about 2015.
Yeah, it was like 4.5 years.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
It sucked.
after that whole experience, Nickelodeon was still after me for more Zim stuff. At that point, their enthusiasm and interest was such a refreshing change of pace from this horror that we had been through, that it was just like, oh, you're saying nice things to me. Yeah, okay, we'll do it.
Yeah, just like a straight up abusive relationship.
Like, no, for it to have been abusive, it would have had to have been Nickelodeon who was telling Disney to
No, I'm
be
just
horrible.
talking about like animation as the abusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even then, I didn't agree to anything specific. I just said, okay, I'll definitely think about it if I have an idea that makes sense. Because at the time, Nickelodeon started doing these, revival projects. We had Hey Arnold and Rocco's. And I don't know if there were other ones planned. But, and that all sounded cool, but on the surface, to me, it just sounded like, hey, remember this stuff? Here it is again. This other stuff isn't doing so good, but here's things that did do well or that you like already. So we're gonna just dig it out of the grave and put it up there again. And I didn't want to just do something because audiences already liked it. I wanted to have a story that made sense.
I have another question.
Oh, you're bored of my answering your question already.
Is there anything that like you didn't? Is there anything in the movie that you like? Is there any like unfinished ideas from the first 2 seasons of Zim that you're like gonna fit to work on in the movie? Like, is there any conclusions?
Can everyone hear him?
No.
He's asking if there's ideas from the series that we didn't get to do that we put into the movie. I don't think there's any stuff. There might be references to the series, but there's not really that many.
I don't know if I'm giving anything away though.
Oh, don't give anything away. I mean, Minigoose isn't a secret.
No, but like we expound.
He was in the series the whole time.
No, but the whole time. We expound upon it.
Yeah. Oh man, that reminds me of a thing that we wanted to do in the episode, because we didn't actually get to do the episode back in the series that introduced Minigoose, which was an entire origin story for him. We were gonna do, we did do that one joke in the Christmas episode that Zim says, oh, he was here the whole time, and that was, I wanted to then insert a bunch of shots from the series that had Minigoose in them, like, where you would just come out from behind the thing and just be like, but we didn't get to do that, and we didn't do that in the movie. So this is the panel where we just answer this guy's questions. We're gonna get to some other ones, and then we'll get some from the. Did you have another one? All right. We got some people online. Did you bring it up and ask? Pick some for yourself. All right, there's some for you too. This guy asks if you could have King Cactus. Asked if you could have Invader Zim come back on TV, how long would you want it to last? What? 5. 5 before lasts. And if you could, who would you team up with to make the show come back? Mark Twain and Jesus. Herbert the Beaver asks, you high? No. Do you, I just didn't get this from Jhonen Vasquez. Does the work of Beksinski had an influence on your work? Does anyone know who Beksinski is? I don't know who he is. Or they? Who are they?
If it's William Beksinski, he's I believe, Polish illustrator from like the early 1900s, late 1800s, very like dark and very, very detailed.
Okay, I guess there's kind of a connection there.
Apparently he had a huge influence on you.
It just sort of absorbed osmosis. Yeah. Someone asks, how is Higgins these days? I think he's dead. Like, he wasn't dead at the end of that episode, but he lives dangerously.
Yeah, but he lives like this.
When you live like Higgins.
Life is short.
Oh, I love Higgins. There was a bunch of stuff, I mean, going back to your question about stuff that I would have liked to have put in the movie. Like Higgins, since so much time had passed, the movie itself turned into something a lot more focused. Like, I didn't want it to be a bunch of references and like, hey, here's that thing again, here's that thing again. I get really irritated watching, like, every movie now is something that, you know, I loved when I was a kid. Like, every Star Wars movie is like, hey, here's my Star Wars, remember this, you love this. And they cram them with references to the old movies. It's all like, it's just, the world is full of that shit now. Like, the new Twilight Zone episodes were like, it's not as overt, but like, oh, like there's that gremlin from the William Shatner episode for no reason, because this one don't got a gremlin. It's a spooky podcast. And you guys seen the Twilight Zone? I'm sorry, I was talking about stuff that you might not have seen.
In the original.
It's got that stuff. It's like, here's that thing, and you're supposed to go, ah, cool, I love that thing that isn't this thing. I didn't want to do any of that. Going back to what I was saying before, I didn't want to do the movie just because of nostalgia. I can't stand nostalgia being the guiding, force behind.
Yeah, that's why Kerr doesn't make a single appearance.
Yeah, there's no Gurr. Zim at one point walks in and says, because Nickelodeon made me, he walks in and goes, remember me? And then he walks off. Yeah, I didn't want it to be a super familiar experience. No, Zim. Gur is not in it, for sure. Let's take one from you.
What are some of your favorite memories of working on the show and the movie?
What are some of my favorite memories of the show? Well, from the show, this sounds awful, but I loved getting canceled. Because when I got canceled, I was in a really bad place, and I think they just got tired of me crying in the office all the time, so they fired us. I never cried in the office, but it was on the movie for sure.
Yeah.
I went to Disneyland the day we got canceled. That's not actually even a joke. Not that Disneyland is like how I celebrate. I can't stand it. But I want to go to Disneyland and not have any people there. Because some of the rides are cool.
I went on a rainy day.
On a rainy
On a
day?
rainy day. Yeah, that's a good one.
But the bowl. I gotta watch my bowl. I don't remember happy memories.
That's not true. You've spoken really fondly of like working with Chris Graham and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because you both were,
No,
like,
that stuff was
monster
great.
movie
Yes.
people and
Yeah, on the series,
series.
the crew was more so than the crew on the movie. The crews are very, very different because they're so divided by time, by so many years. The crew, the OG crew, was a bunch of horror fans, like real big horror aficionados. And I think that really shows in the series. I loved when anyone would, Chris Graham is a great example. He was one of the board artists responsible for some of the best stuff in the series. He did that whole sequence with the Gur flying on the pig and the kids on the bus and just flying over the freeway. He would come into the office and he'd be so excited about some setup for this. Chris had come off of working on like Class B Tuco shows like Rugrats. So working on Zim, he was like shocked that he could do certain stuff, and I'd just be like, yes, except scarier. And he'd be like, what? So he would come in and he's like, oh my God, I've got this great idea for this thing, and he would just be really excited about making something just psychotic, pulling from material that wasn't kids' material, it was genuine horror, and then sort of converting it into a scene for this kids show. Just for shocking moments. One of them, he came in and I remember he referenced, because he loved these moments of just sudden mood changes, a scene from Lord of the Rings, where Bilbo is talking to Frodo and I think they're in like Rivendell, and he just wants to see the ring again. He's like, can you just let me see it again? And Frodo's like, no, I don't think that's a good idea. And Bilbo is so like just friendly, and he's like, and he just turns into this hideous monster. It was hilarious to me, and it was hilarious to Chris. And I love that he got why that was funny. I mean, yeah, it's scary, but I don't get scared by horror. I wish I did. I'm jealous of people who feel things. But I can always appreciate how it was done, and those moments inspired him. And so just being around people like that after working in comics and like isolation was awesome. Good memories on the movie, Mario Kart. Mario Kart.
Yeah, the new crew, we were like a little weird family for a while because it's a really tiny crew. We didn't have a lot of people.
Yeah, and the crew on the movie was really small.
So we spent a lot of time together.
Too much.
But it was nice. And have days where it would run really late because we'd all be putting a lot of love into it, and then
Too much love. There The new crew was way friendlier than the old crew, which I don't think is good for Zim.
You complain about that relentlessly.
It worries me. It worried
nice.
It worried me. I was like, I don't know. These people are too nice. So you'll have to let me know if you can feel it.
The niceness.
I would try to come in and change it, turn things around. I'd try and like really hurt people's feelings, and then they would be like, "Thanks for the criticism," and I'd be like, "God damn you!" But there were nice things. I really did like the Mario Kart after work.
That's like the one thing.
No, there's plenty of stuff. I loved working with the voice actors again. The crew was great. The crew got along weirdly well. The old crew was mainly just dudes who got along.
Different time in animation.
Yeah, different time.
It's like
Mostly
Dude
dudes. The new crew was just everybody. It was like this utopian.
I don't know if everybody's familiar, but like animation has been dominated by dudes for a really long time. But
Dominated by
dudes. But it's like getting more even, and Zim was like probably the most like even 50-50 split of like dudes and ladies and stuff, and that was so nice. It was nice for me.
If it was a TV show, it would be the most forced-looking, progressive.
Yeah.
But it's just how it was.
It just was, because we pick people based on their skills and not, anything
I picked them based on their clothes.
else. Their outfits, yeah. What kind of shoes you wear? No.
Yeah. What's the question? Oh, yeah, Mario Kart.
Happy memories. Yeah.
Do you want to get a question?
I didn't think we did it.
Oh, wait, no, this one's...
I said we called OK too, but like.
We got 2 hours. We can talk about that.
Yeah, you want me to go? Dave says.
Someone asks, will Zim be in Smash? No.
It's a Nintendo official character, so that's.
I only for the first time figured out Super Smash Brothers, God, just a few months ago. I've never liked it. I've never been into it. Do you guys play video games?
Oh, it's utterly cryptic to me.
Yeah.
And we're both like active video game people, play a lot of games, but I don't know, it's like some horrifying other language.
I think I just had to rewire my brain for fighting games because I have an idea of what fighting games are in my head, and Super Smash Bros. Just didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't get the pacing of it, but we were on the same floor. The Zim production was on the same floor as the new Turtles crew, and they are crazy Smash Brothers people.
Oh yeah.
Screaming, just loud. I love
We
it.
had to go tell them to shut up.
Yeah, sometimes.
Especially in the dark days of the end of production.
God.
Just like,
God, towards the end, we were miserable working on
crying
the movie.
and grinding. It was like just me, Jhonen, and Brian, and that was it. And the Turtles crew would be like, woo, have a little party right next to us. We'd be like, shut up.
Yeah, it was like, the sounds of their joy and all like we're at the end of the production. That's
Dude, someone pulled
bad.
soul
That's
crushing.
always
Holy
bad.
cow.
Yeah. And so you would just hear happiness and camaraderie, and we're just 3 people left on this production, and we're just like, nobody loves us. And we don't, I'd be like, hey guys, you're gonna have to keep it down.
Oh.
You weren't there.
Where were you when we needed you? We were so sad.
You let us
5
down.
minutes left.
We do have a question here that says, what does Zim do for Passover? And
That's
true.
yeah.
I'm going to just say he opens the door for Elijah. He leaves some wine out.
I feel like he wouldn't.
He makes a homemade haroset.
See, that sounds like a proper Passover.
He's traditional.
Yeah, yeah. Zim would get it wrong.
Well, I mean, Ger helps,
There's no goodness.
He's there for Passover. His family.
Somebody asks, how do I feel about Chucky visiting Child's the trailer last night. I really am going to answer questions about Chucky and stuff. Because we've got 2 hours. That I could totally fill just with...
Complaining about Chucky.
No, I haven't seen the movie. I hope it's good. I don't think he looks cool, though. I don't really like his
It's hard
design.
to beat old school Chucky.
He's weird looking.
You should know.
And he's like Chucky online now, I guess. He's like,
Cyber Chucky.
yeah, he's like Cyber Chucky. From what I can tell based on the trailer, he's kind of like this Internet of Things Chucky, where he's like, I'm gonna kill you with the fridge or a drone. And, where he takes.
Is it like a ring scenario where
It
you
looks
watch
like, it looks like
a
Black
video on
Mirror
YouTube
cosplay.
of Chucky? No? Okay.
Wait, what are you asking?
Like you see a YouTube video of Chucky and haunts you until you die.
Oh, I don't know, but that's scary. I don't think. I love old Chucky.
Yeah.
I love
It's
old
not
Chucky. I loved anything animatronic.
little murder.
Like Chucky
Little
and
murder
Chucky
boy.
came out in like 1988. I was obsessed with anything animatronic. I love fake stuff. And Chucky, not that Chucky's fake, but
He's real.
I mean, he is real. He's a real puppet.
This is true.
He is. He's a real Chucky.
I know we already answered this, but I'm just going to read it because it's funny. Somebody wrote, when is the movie coming out? Boy!
Boy! Yeah.
It was just for the boy.
We're hoping it comes out this year
Yeah.
at some point.
It probably will come out this year.
I hope so.
Should we talk about that weird flaccid thing about Netflix?
Yeah. I guess the movie does have a home on Netflix.
Yeah, it's going to be on Netflix.
So if you got Netflix, it'll show up there sooner or later.
A lot of people are reacting like, oh, it's going to be on Netflix, boo. But we
Well, if you don't have Netflix, then
did not
boo.
mean that as boo, I guess.
I've got Netflix. I don't care about it.
But, I mean, what we were excited about was because, things like the Hey Arnold movie popped up on Nickelodeon proper, and then nobody saw it. It was gone.
Did anyone here see the Hey Arnold movie?
I didn't know you
Bam,
Yeah.
see, that's why. But, like, at least on Netflix, you can watch it over and over and over and over again if you pay them.
Canadian Netflix though?
Oh, it should be.
I have no idea how that works. I think so, because they generally do these sort of worldwide premieres, like day of, it's on all, I don't know. We know very little.
It's true.
We know next to nothing about it.
We've been left incredibly in the dark.
Yeah, we're not part of that process.
They're like, you made the thing, now shut up.
There might come a day where you're just flipping through, seeing what's on Netflix.
That's what we're
and then you're like,
terrified
the
Oh, God.
Invader Zim Panel is on there, which is kind of my nightmare.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Which Netflix just sort of does. They just sort of they
Just
put it on
quietly
there.
drop it.
There's no warning. There's no promotion. It's just on there.
If it shows up, you know that we'll make a ruckus about it.
Oh yeah. Notice my movie is on Netflix today.
Yeah. I was clicking through.
Well, that
3 pages down.
that Wandering Earth thing like worried me. Like if that just gets pooped on
I know,
without
so
any
scary.
like notice, what are we? It's the Wandering Earth.
Yeah, can't compete with that.
This person says, you reference waffles a lot in your work. There's a huge lack of waffles where I live in Australia. What's